do both the work. I can do dual work. I can go outside and be a great officer, taking responsibility of so many important things. And simultaneously I also work for my kids, my husband, my in-laws, everybody in the house. So if I can take up both the work, then where is the violence? The word of violence comes. Why should there be violence at all? When I'm a sacrificing lady, I do so many things and I go on helping others. I am a dedicated person, but still there's a violence. There isn't violence against men, but there is violence against women. Why should it be? That violence, is that what violence suits women who are very much sacrificing, dedicating in their nature. So here I'm going to tell you a very inspiring story here about sacrificing mother, how mothers can be so sacrificing in nature. I don't know whether you know or not, but if a few of you know, then let me repeat it here. That one boy was there, say college going boy, not college boy, he is almost final year, he's going to take up a job and all that, okay? So he hates his mother. His father is not there and he hates his mother, saying, "You are very ugly looking. I feel ashamed of introducing you to my friends." Some of you know this, I guess. No? Okay, if you do not know, then listen properly, so you will know the answer here. And the boy always used to tell his mother, "Mother, you are very ugly. I feel ashamed of introducing you to my friends." The mother never used to say anything. Anyway, that's how she helped him, and he took up a very great job. He got IAS in an administrative service, and he was the collector of that place, and he went up and up. But mother never used to care these things. "Oh, my son is telling, let him say." So after a few days he gets married. He got a good job, so many good proposals from rich families. Naturally, he's a collector, so proposal from rich family came. So a girl from a rich family came and marriage was done. And again, if the husband doesn't like the mother, then how will the girl, the bohu, will like the mother-in-law? She also told the same thing. She said, it's better that, she just tolerated. After 2 children were born, then she said, "My children are scared of mother. So please send your mother to the village. She should not stay with us because they are scared of her beauty, of her eyes and all that, and they are very much scared. So it's better we send her to the village." So they sent her to the village, to their village. She stayed there, poor lady. She had to stay there all alone by herself. Neighbors looking after her. He used to send money and they used to take care of her. And then what happened? One day, days passed. One day, the village people called this man to inaugurate something. Collector from the village. So naturally, the village people, they'll ask him to come and inaugurate it. So he went. And that day some people came and told that old lady, who was also not well, nobody takes good care of her. So she is also sick type. Told her, your son is coming to our village. "Oh, it's so nice," she told. "Oh, it's very nice." Then she told that, "But I feel like going and seeing him for so many days. I have not seen him. Only he said it's money. But I have not seen him. I have not talked to him. Let me just have a glimpse of him." So she went to that place where the thing was to be inaugurated. So many people are there, and she also went. So while going, she had a letter in her hand. She was feeling, "Can I go and reach my son? Can I see my son really?" And she was thinking like that. But then she went, and on the way, she could not go further, and she died. And the people came and told, "Your mother was coming, and on the way she died." So this collector person, the son, he went with other people and to see actually when she died and all that. And there was a letter in her hand. And when he read the letter, he cried like anything. Can you guess what was written in that letter? Anybody here? Can anybody guess here what was written on that letter? That till now he never felt. Till now he grew up, he got married, he got kids, but he was never worried for his mother or never realized anything. But there when he read the note, he cried like a little flame. Anybody? Yes? Yes? No.
She kept her eyes.
Yeah. And then she had written there that you have hated me all throughout your life, but when you were born you had only one eye. So I donated my eye. So that is why only you could read, you could come up as a collector. And he cried and cried. So that is why just see the sacrificing nature of women. So if there is such a sacrificing nature inside them, inside their hearts, then why the word violence? Why this violence comes? We never come across the word violence against men, but violence against women. Why should it be? So that is what is our concern. Now I'll just let you know. Domestic violence is undoubtedly a human rights issue and serious deterrent to development. Any form of physical, sexual, verbal, social, emotional violence would come under this category of domestic violence. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, domestic violence is a leading public health concern at this juncture in human civilization. The United Nations Committee on Convention of Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women in its general recommendation has recommended that state parties, only 1 minute, that state parties should act to protect women against violence of any kind, especially occurring within the family. To protect women from domestic violence, the central government notified the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 in October 2006. Accordingly, the Women and Child Development Department has been working as a nodal department for implementation of the said act. Unless you control the act yourself, then it will go on spreading. So that is why it's you who have to change the world. First you have to change yourself. So that is what is the slogan, and please share it with your friends and all. Now one announcement I want to say here, that if you all are interested, since you are sitting here for this program, that on 22nd of this month, 22nd April, there will be a program. The topic is Find Her. The topic is Find Her, kept in Rotary Bhavan from 4 to 6 o'clock. So good speakers are there, so please do attend. If you are free, please do attend. 22nd of April, 4 to 6 o'clock in Rotary Bhavan. Thank you. Thank you. Subject is Find Her. It's a women empowerment program. I've just kept Find Her. I have kept the topic Find Her. This was a topic in London. Lot of very good things have come up, which I read also. So that's why I want what it will be here. So we have several speakers to speak on it. Find Her. Thank you.
Nice celebration. In order to create a peaceful world, we must learn to practice non-violence with one another in our day-to-day interactions. With this, I would like to invite Dr. S.N. Patra, President, Odisha Environmental Society, to share his opinion on non-violence.
English. Okay. I was inquiring with Neha that is it specifically on human beings? He said no, anything else. Yes, that's why I said I chose to speak on building a violence-free world through reason and compassion on nature and environment. I start with an example of declassification or reclassification of state highway as city road by state government. As per the constitution, alcohol is not allowed normally unless it is for a purpose of medicine. So within 500 meters from the national highway, all the liquor shops, per liquor shops should be removed. The state government became very smart enough to declassify the part of the national highway passing through the city. Is it not a befitting example for the title of today? To me it appears it's a befitting example. In one hand the constitution says not to encourage drinking, on the other hand in the name of getting excise, you promote drinking so that more accidents are there on the road. This is one. Another thing, in December 2015 and 12, more than 190 countries signed climate act or agreement at Paris. Obama government was there. Obama was a strong, not opponent, proponent, sir, strong proponent. But after this Donald Trump came, he made topsy-turvy. He said, I will not agree to what Obama said. Then Donald Trump removed the ban on coal mining and thermal power plants based on coal. And all the developed nations must contribute some fund to the climate fund. And Trump said, we will also not contribute to the fund. Is it not a violence against nature and environment and violation of a treaty already done by the predecessor at a global level? So such things also be thought of. Another example, there was a question in the assembly. In a reply, the forest and environment minister replied that more than 500 elephants were killed or died during the last 5 years. Of that, about 40% was due to kill of the elephants by human action. Due to diseases, some elephants also died. But human beings kill the elephants and tigers for what? For getting some money by selling the bone, skin and all other parts. The theme for World Environment Day 2016 was raising voice against illegal wildlife trade. It's a wonderful theme. Coming to Orissa, decades back, the government was telling only in Similpal there were 100 tigers. But National Tiger Conservation Authority, when conducted census using the camera trap method and the parkmark method. Camera trap most probably they have used. They said in whole of the country more than 2000 tigers are there, and in Orissa hardly there may be 22 or 23, in Similpal less than 19. The state government protested, said we will conduct census. Anyway, the state government revised the number to be 40 and in Similpal 23. So whatever may be the case, don't you think the keystone species tiger is gradually decreasing in number? In India, at the beginning of 19th century, the tiger population was 1 lakh. In the beginning of 20th century, the tiger population was 50,000. In the beginning of 21st century, the tiger population was reduced to some 2,000 and odd. This is only one example. Similarly, plants and animals, those which are in wild, except human being, the number of all these species is decreasing. Human beings at individual level and government at the collective level, both are responsible for this decrease in number because of onslaught on nature and environment. See, last year you may have read in newspaper, in Thailand there is a temple where 100 tiger cubs were killed. So let us not talk only about human beings, let us talk about the wildlife. Wildlife means, generally people think wildlife means only animals. No, wildlife means plants and animals equally. Now I will tell you some more examples here. The humans, the animal species and plant species, they have to coexist with human beings, or the human being must coexist with animal plant species. To the benefit, to the mutual benefit of human beings and the wildlife. Human beings cannot lead a healthy life in isolation from the nature or from the wildlife. Now the temperature rise in the global environment, is it not a factor of violence on nature and violence on environment? I will definitely say yes. Otherwise, the prehistoric greenhouse gas level in the atmosphere, which was 230 ppm, I think is it ppm now? Now it is about 400. And by the end of 2001, 21st century, it is predicted it may be 550. If this is the thing you can feel in Bhubaneswar for the last 10 or 15 years, the temperature rises above 40 degrees. And more than 10 cities in Odisha maintaining more than 40 degrees centigrade from March to June has become a regular feature in Odisha state. Now all these things, if you take into account, let us remember Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi said, if you are non-violent on the nature, nature will equally apply third law of motion, which is to your determinant. Therefore, Mahatma Gandhi, I would say, he was the apostle of ecological movement in whole of the world. What Mahatma Gandhi said, what Mahatma Gandhi taught, Mahatma Gandhi said, go for simple living. Our Seva Bhavani is there. She knows. On 7th April there was a World Health Day. In Odisha Environment Society, she was the speaker. Are you not seeing the rise in number of people suffering from lifestyle diseases? What these lifestyle diseases are? Stroke, rise of blood pressure, that is diabetes, pulmonary diseases. Today, if you eat watermelon, if you go to the market to take watermelon, nowadays if you want to take a piece and to taste it, almost all the watermelons are so sweet, so red in color, you must have got in WhatsApp. Some chemical is used to color it, and if you take it, it will lead to carcinogenesis. Then what kind of civilization we are now preaching, where we think of leading a peaceful life? Neha, am I correct? Therefore, friends, if you want, sir, sir, he has no wife, so he has no life. Those who have wives, they have life. He has a different kind of life. So, friends, there are some of the examples I am telling. I will give one more example. Sir, Silent Valley in Kerala is an evergreen rainforest, and that is in the equatorial zone. Properly, am I correct? Indira Gandhi, when she was the Prime Minister, there was a proposal for a hydroelectric project where the Silent Valley was to be sacrificed. If you enter Nandankanan, right side you find a small monkey with a long tail, that is lion-tailed macaque. And Silent Valley is an endemic place where lion-tailed macaque is there. If Silent Valley, if that what hydroelectric project would have been a reality, along with these species, many other endemic species would have been lost. Then Morarji Desai came to power. He said, just for a monkey should stop a project. He allowed. Fortunately or unfortunately, again he lost. Again Indira Gandhi came. She said no, the project should not be there, and Silent Valley continued to live. So similarly, the Silent Spring, की नाटा भूल सर अथर ना Silent Spring जे लिखितले, I forget the name. In America, where there was negative impact of use of DDT in agricultural field, and similar size kind of activities went on. This author wrote about Silent Valley. After that, the then US administration realized and banned DDT. Of course, in India, I don't know if it is banned today, it is still living. In India, you ban or do not ban, things continue as such. So these are some of the examples. Now, come to Odisha. You have the coast. Chilika, Bhitarkanika, the two wonderful water bodies with rich biodiversity. The coast stretching over 480 kilometers is rich with biodiversity. Throughout the world, only ringlet sea turtle could not find a safer place than Gohidmatha, Rushikulla and Gaya. Now there are 14 ports are coming up. Do you want port or the original sea turtle? I would say definitely I want both. But the development activities must be conducted in such a way the wildlife is protected, development is allowed. Now if that is the approach, I would say this is development without violence against nature and environment. You see, all the industrial pockets in Odisha, because we are all familiar with Odisha, may it be Angul culture, may it be Raurkala, may it be Rajganpur, may it be Kalinga, may it be Paradip, may it be Raigada,